Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to welcome in Tonia Moro, the Democratic candidate for State Senate District 3. Tonia, thanks for being here. Pleasure to see you.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Yeah. So you ran for commissioner 2 years ago, and now you're running for the seat Alan Bates held. It's been about a week and a half since you made your presentation, for lack of a better word, to Democrats, and you earned this nomination. What was that like? What did you tell that group of people to get their backing, if you will?
Well, it was democracy in action, as Democrats like to do. We like to get everybody involved, and so there were some really great candidates. My remarks that night focused on just some of the things I feel like I've been able to accomplish as a member of often teams in our community over the last 2 years. And the folks that had actually organized that night to garner support and do the phone calling that we did over that week are folks that I've worked with over the last 2 years, doing things like the public transportation levy. I was the chair of the Rogue Valley Transit Now committee, and so led that campaign. Work on just the RVTD board, which I'm now the chair of, and so I focused on the fact that I think I've demonstrated to myself and the community that I can work hard, and I think that's what we need. And I think the context of the last couple weeks is the sad loss and tragic loss of Senator Bates. And one of the things that occurred to me over that week as we started needing to think about filling his seat, which was not an easy thing to do, was a comment that Representative Buckley made in one of our meetings about how what we really need is somebody who's willing to work really hard, like Senator Bates has. He gave tremendous public service over the last 30 plus years. He was a true leader, was able to work with folks on both sides of an issue and across party lines. After hearing that, I went and I started thinking about all the hard work that I had done, and the calls kept coming, and it was from those folks again that have seen me out there in the last 2 years doing some of that hard work. So those are the comments that I focused on because again, I felt like Representative Buckley did have it right. We need somebody that's willing to go and work hard, and I've demonstrated that.
Okay, very good. We're going to take a quick break. Not much more in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, here with Tonia Moro, the Democratic candidate for State Senate District 3. It was yesterday that Jackson County commissioners nominated or chose, Kevin Talbert to serve in the interim for Bates' seat, the seat that you're now running for. What was your reaction to that?
Well, the commissioners made their decision, and I guess where I am is still feeling really overwhelmed by the community support that got me the nomination to run for the November election. So I'm going to continue to focus on that. I'm really close with Mr. Talbert and expect to, in some ways, in some level, sort of share the experience with him. And I'm sure we're going to be keeping in contact so that I'm fully aware of what he's able to do for us as our senator over the next couple months.
Okay, so you ran for commissioner 2 years ago, and then you're an attorney. What type of law do you practice?
Well, I've been really privileged to be able to be part of our criminal justice system in our community. I, back in the early '93, became part of a panel of private attorneys who are vetted and who accept court appointments from the federal court to provide indigent services to those accused of federal crimes, and it's been a really lovely experience. What we do is we are out there to make sure that justice is served, that people's rights are adhered to, and that we have good outcomes in that system. And it's given me an opportunity to practice every year in front of the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. So it's been a really great experience to be able to do that in our community. Very
nice. So you're one of the big issues that people are going to be looking at for this next legislative session is PERS, something that is going to have to be tackled, I think, at some point in some form or fashion. Any idea how you might approach that in office?
At this point, no. I do know that we have some hard work to do on that issue. I'm not well versed in all of the potential problems as well as the potential solutions out there, and so I look forward to diving into that area. One of the things I am ready to hit the ground running on is an issue that we all know is going to be front and center at this point, and that is transportation. So given my role on the Rogue Valley Transportation District Board, my membership through RVTD on the Metropolitan Planning Organization, as well as my service on the Oregon Public Transportation Plan Public Advisory Committee, which is charged with updating our 40-year plan for public transportation. I'm now pretty well versed in the issues, funding issues in particular, and I intend to go hit the ground running and know what to ask for, and hope to bring back and make sure that our community is well served in whatever package that we end up with, so that we get our fair share and that other rural and small urban communities get their fair of that transportation package.
Very good. Great to meet you. Thanks so
Thank you.
much. Pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.